So this is where we're going to kind of dive a little deeper into what an actual validation workflow looks like. This is a full implementation workflow, just a generalized one. But this is actually where I'm going to let Rob Efford talk a little bit more about this because he knows it better than anyone.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. So, and this is just like a boilerplate type of a workflow here, but it starts with a pre-project where this is before you've even decided on a software. You'll get your requirements, justification for needing a CMS, and then vendor funding and all that stuff. Next, it goes into the project planning where we will get a project plan together. You'll get the key players involved, find out who needs to sign off on certain things, get the scope of the project, and get those administration people involved also. Then we get into the design. We're going to create a development environment. We're going to have to set up the configuration, which is going to include mapping user groups with access levels and employees. If there's going to be a data migration plan, that'll be also included in this design, and plans for the deployment, get some timelines in there. Next, we get into the implementation of it. Once we've done the configuration, we might find that there's a need for some custom reports, some custom test type packages for the product there. And again, if there's a data migration, let's get that program getting risked out there. Next, we go to the validation part of it, and this is where we get to the risk assessment. This is, at this point here, we're going to decide at what level you may wish to do your testing, and that risk assessment is going to define your installation qualification, your operational qualification, your performance qualification. Sometimes these will be combined to an OPQ, an operation performance qualification. Then we get to the deployment. If there's a data migration, we'll go through the execution of that. We'll help with the user training. Then we go live. If there was a migration, then there usually is a plan to retire the legacy system so that that's all wrapped up into that plan there also.
Great, thanks, Rob. And yeah, like again, this is really high level. A lot of what we've been discussing will, take place in that validate section, and then that's that box there around the IQ, OQ, and most importantly the PQ. It's something we're more than happy to dive deeper into with anybody if they have questions specifically about tailoring scripts, PQ, script execution, anything like that. We're trying to keep this high level. We don't want to spend 45 minutes diving into the dense topics here and everything too. But if there are additional questions on that, or you want to dive into a more detailed discussion, just shoot a question over or let us know, and we can schedule up another call to dive deeper into what our standard, actual practices and the workflows look like on a day-to-day basis. We can have a long conversation about that.